field of non-physical Vidyudayaskanta, electromagnetism, practice on shield enclosure. Prior to the universe exists Sat, the element of existence alone. Prior to any behavior exists Sat, the element of existence alone. Even before commencement of the universe, activating the element of existence, even before commencement of any behavior, activating the element of existence is Chaitanya. Revelation noticing Chaitanya is Prakasha. Dwelling in the revealed noticed activation is Nivasa. Conduct, comprehend, discriminate by the dwelling activation is Vicharana. Awareness in sustenance in the conduct of the discriminated activation of the element of existence is Jnana. By awareness in the stability of the activated element of existence is Ananda, Samruddhi, accomplishment. These existence A, activation A, revelation R, dwelling D, discrimination D, awareness A, accomplishment A, that is, IIREHL characteristics are the base for conduct. Conduct is Krida by IIREHL, that is, as subjective conduct of self within self. Conduct is Vijikisha as winning of IIREHL. Conduct is Vyavahara as custom, profession, transaction by IIREHL. Conduct is Duty as light of IIREHL. Conduct is Stuti as worth of IIREHL. Conduct is Moda as pleasure by of IIREHL. Conduct is Mada as satisfaction by of IIREHL. Conduct is Swapna as repose by of IIREHL. Conduct is Kanti as revelation, light by of IIREHL. Conduct is Gati as conduct, attainment, awareness by of IIREHL. Thus, the characteristics IIREHL as characteristic of Deva, Godhead. Characteristic Deva, Shakti, as element of efficiency. Characteristic Deva, Jnana, as awareness of the element of efficiency. Characteristic Deva, Tejas, as tenacity. Characteristic Deva, Virya, as progress. Characteristic Deva, Bala, as attainment. Characteristic Deva, Aishwarya, as appointing. Thus, characteristic Deva of IIREHL as characteristic Bhagavan turns as the element of design of conduct for the universe and the beings. Vida Sattayam, Vida Satayauti Vidyut, Yu Misrana Misranecha. Uniting with Sat, the element of existence, is Vidyut. Vida Chetana Khyana Nivaseshu, Vida Chetanena Yautiti Vidyut. Uniting with activation is Vidyut. Vida Akhanena Yautiti Vidyut. Uniting with revelation is Vidyut. Vida Nivasena Yautiti Vidyut. Uniting with dwelling is Vidyut. Vida Vicharane. Vida Vicharanena Yautiti Vidyut. Uniting with discrimination is Vidyut. Vida Jnane. Vida Jnanena Yautiti Vidyut. Uniting with awareness is Vidyut. Vidya Labhe. Vida labhena yotiti vidyut. Uniting with accomplishment is vidyut. Appropriate to the design element, the characteristics deva and bhagavan, uniting with the characteristics yada for conduct is non-physical vidyut, electricity. Pravartaneshu vidyudayate iti vidyudayah ayagatau. Pravartaneshu vidyudayah kamayate iti vidyudayaskantah kamukantau. Conduct and revelation of non-physical vidyut in behaviors is non-physical vidyudayaskanta. In this order of sustenance and maintenance, the element of design of the universe is itself non-physical vidyudayaskanta. Vidyudayaskantah paritah dhiyate atreti vidyudayaskanta paridhi. Pru palana puranayoho dudhai dharana poshanayoho. Accomplished sustenance of vidyudayaskanta in administering is non-physical vidyudayaskanta paridhi, field of electromagnetism. For the being, non-physical vidyudayaskanta paridhi, field of electromagnetism is adhisthana, stability in sustenance. Being, as the design element for self, follows meticulously adhisthana, stability in sustenance. For conduct, non-physical vidyudayaskanta is stability, stator. Non-physical paridhi, field, is conduct, flux. Elements of the field paridhi of innocence. Subtle and correction through non-physical adhisthana, stability in sustenance, is correction of intelligence. Subtle and appropriate for non-physical adhisthana, stability in sustenance, is intelligence. Subtle and resemblance for non-physical adhisthana, stability in sustenance, is ahankara, the sense of self. Subtle and activation for non-physical adhisthana, stability in sustenance, is chitta. Subtle and protected sustenance of non-physical adhisthana, stability in sustenance for conduct, is buddhi. Subtle and non-physical comprehension, sense, is manas, mind. Field paridhi of external organs. Shrotrendriya is sense of listening, is non-physical awareness. Tvagindriya is sense of touch, is non-physical awareness. Chakshurindriya is sense of sight, darsana, is non-physical awareness. Jihvendriya is sense of light on satisfaction, is non-physical awareness. Granendriya is sense of squeezing external to comprehend the desired, is non-physical awareness. Vagindriya is experiment on expression to external, the non-physical adhisthana, stability in sustenance. Pani is experiment on comprehension and expression of non-physical paridhi, field. Pada, experiment on attainment of self by self for the non-physical paridhi, field. Payu, experiment on self-protection for the non-physical paridhi, field. Upastha, experiment on steady eternal conduct, attainment, awareness for the non-physical paridhi, field. External affairs are experiments for the inner sense. Here are the experiments for the external senses organs. For Srotrendriya, listening sound is the external experiment. For Tvagindriya, external touch is the external experiment. For Chakshurindriya, external form is the external experiment. For Jihvendriya, external eatables are the external experiments. For Granendriya, external smells are the external experiments. For Vagindriya, expression of non-physical concepts to outside is the external experiment. For Panindriya, sense of comprehension and expression, and receiving and leaving for external is the external experiment. For Pada Indriya, sense of attainment for external is the external experiment. For Payu Indriya, sense of protection by release expression for external is the external experiment. For Upasthendriya, realization of a sense of stable eternal conduct, attainment, awareness within for external is the external experiment. Inner sense is not receiving affairs as the format of affairs. Inner sense is not receiving affairs as the format of affairs. Inner sense is not receiving affairs as the format of affairs. Srotrendriya is not receiving sound. Tvagindriya is not receiving external touch. Chakshurindriya is not receiving form, view. Jihvendriya is not receiving the 6 external tastes. Granendriya is not receiving external smells. Anything that is external cannot enter abhautika vidyudaiskanta paridhi, the non-physical electromagnetic field. Non-physical vidyudaiskanta paridhi, electromagnetic field, is totally protected as the enclosure of the non-physical Vidyut Shakti, electricity. Even physically, the contact is as comprehension by the sensory nerves in millivolts. Thus, Bhahyasparse Svasaktatma Vindatyatmani Yat Sukham. Only the one who is free from desire in external touches can gain sukha, characteristical happiness in self. That is, only that eternal conduct which is free from desire from external touches shall stabilize in pious practice of eternal conduct, attainment, awareness. Verily, this is the shield, enclosure, recognition and protection of practice. It is for this reason friendship with others and other attitudes is forbidden. In the event of returning from outside, going about in the house without having sensual bath is forbidden. Received, brought articles, food provisions received from outside should not be used before applying the sense of hygiene. Eating outside cooked dishes is forbidden. Element and sense of purity and hygiene should be observed in the areas of defecation and urination. Taking bath should be a conduct of sense of purity and hygiene. The book Protection of the Virtue of Hindu is in your hand, released by SriiKrshnanaanda Matha, is suggested for more details in this line. Sincere and senseful practice of external disciplines shall gain the sense of non-physical Vidyudaiskanta field.